Hey everybody, it's Rob with Cherry City Guns and Ammo, and today's video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legend.
They don't sponsor us.
They don't?
No.
I thought they sponsored like every gun YouTube channel.
They don't sponsor us.
Alright, okay, well, I'll try again. Alright. Hey everybody, it's Rob with Cherry City Guns and Ammo, and today's video is brought to you by Simply
They don't sponsor us either.
They don't?
No.
Do I have any sponsors?
You do not have
I do not have any sponsors. Alright, well, I mean, at least we can keep paying for these videos with all that YouTube money we got coming in.
You don't make YouTube money. We don't have enough subscribers to be monetized.
Are you serious? So,
Yeah.
like, how are we paying for all this?
You're paying out of your own pocket.
Does my wife know?
No.
Okay, well, don't tell Sarah. Nobody, don't tell Sarah. Yeah, actually, that might be kind of a funny running gag. I mean, every time I buy something, I could be like, don't tell Sarah.
Daniel Ranch, don't tell Mayor. He's been doing it for years.
Alright, here we are in the range, ready to test the 6.5 Creedmoor against the 270 Winchester. I picked very middle of the road weights for the two bullets. They're both made by Hornady. They're not the exact same load. One's American Whitetail, the other one's Super Performance. I'm really limited right now, as everybody is, on ammo selection. I can't just pick out anything I want. Ideally, I would have had both of the same, but I just couldn't find it. But the 6.5 Creedmoor, we're shooting a 129 grain bullet. And that's what it looks like. Now the 270, we're shooting a 130 grain bullet. The normal top end for the 270 is about 150 grains. The normal top end for the 6.5 Creedmoor is about 147. The 129 and 130 are both kind of middle of the road weights. So I figured they'd be a good comparison head to head. As you can see, just looking at them, there's a huge difference. But a lot of people think the 6.5 Creedmoor is going to beat out the 270 performance-wise. And so we're going to shoot it. I've got the chronograph set up. I'm going to read off the numbers to you. And when we're done shooting, we're going to go back to the reloading lab and we're going to crunch some numbers. Not only for just velocity, but we're gonna do the math to figure out muzzle energy and actually look at some ballistic charts and things like that. So we're gonna try to make this as good as a head-to-head comparison as possible. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm thinking the 270 is gonna win. There's nothing wrong with the 6.5 Creedmoor, but it's not the magic round that everybody makes it out to be. So let's go test the granddaddy round first, being that this is a 97-year-old cartridge, and see how it performs. The 270, we're shooting in a Savage Axis. It's got a 22-inch barrel, and the 6.5 Creedmoor is a Thompson Center Compass, also with a 22-inch barrel. I don't have a target camera set up. I am shooting at a target, but it's not really fair to compare accuracy because it's two totally different guns. This one's sporting a 9-power maximum magnification scope. The Creedmoor has a 20-power. Accuracy is really more of test of the gun and not the caliber. I will say the 270 and the 6.5 Creedmoor are known for being very accurate shooting calibers, and that has absolutely been my experience. So the accuracy we're not concerned about. We're just talking about ballistic performance, and like I said, I say the Granddaddy cartridge there is going to clean up. So let's get shooting. I'll let you know the numbers as they come up on the chronograph down there. I brought a GoPro and fresh batteries to point at the chronograph so I could show them to you, but I forgot an SD card for the GoPro, so yeah, my bad. Sorry guys. It's not as windy as last time, so you don't have all the wind noise, and I brought some lighting, so I'm improving stuff. I'm just kind of forgetful, alright? Alright, let's get shooting the 270. $31.80. Man, that's cooking. 32.28. $31.68. Pardon me, I'm just getting over a little cold here. $31.99. $32.10. $31.86. All right, that's 6 rounds. I think that gives us a pretty good number to compare and come up with an average. Be back with you in just a second. We're just going to switch this out for the Creedmoor. All right, this is my Thompson Center compass in 6.5 Creedmoor. Like I said, we've got a 20 power scope on this thing, so it wouldn't really be fair to compare accuracy-wise. We're just looking at the cartridge. So let's see how this one performs. We can't. It's tough to compare recoil too, because this thing has a huge muzzle brake on it. It's one of the advantages of the compass rifle. They come factory threaded. So let's see here. $27.62. $27.16. $27.19. That sounds more like it. $27.35. $27.72. Go to even higher target. $28.03. Alrighty, it only took us 14 rounds to get 6 that worked with the chronograph properly. But, you know, we've got enough to compare and get a good average and figure out our standard deviation and all that. So we're going to crunch the numbers. We'll see you back in the reloading cave. Alright, we are back from the range, and we've crunched all the data. And we're going to throw up the ballistic charts here on the side for you. And if you look, you'll see that the 270 with 130 grain bullet, we had an average velocity of 3,195 feet per second. And with the 6.5 Creedmoor with 129 grain bullet, we had an average velocity of 2751. Almost a 350 foot per second difference between the two. So the 270 is definitely cooking along pretty quick. Let's switch our views over here to show you a little bit more of the bullet drops at different ranges and the difference in the energy. Right out of the muzzle, the 6.5 Creedmoor has 2,178 foot-pounds of energy, where the 270 was delivering 2,960, which is a pretty substantial difference. And then if you just look down at all the different amounts of bullet drop, I mean, if we kick it all the way out to 1,000 yards, the 6.5 Creedmoor only has 443 foot-pounds of energy left after dropping 370 inches and taking 1.65 seconds to get there. Whereas the 270 at 1,000 yards, it's only dropped 270 inches. We're still retaining 585 foot-pounds of energy, so about 25% more, and only took 1.42 seconds to get there. So the 6.5 Creedmoor, the BC, the bullet coefficient, was 485. whereas the 270 was 460. So the 6.5 did beat it out in ballistic coefficient, but not by very much, and certainly not nearly enough to overcome the incredible speed difference between the two rounds. Really, in my mind, the only place where the 6.5 Creedmoor has a pro in its corner as far as everything goes is in recoil. I really don't want to compare the recoil between these two particular rifles because the 6.5 Creedmoor that I have has an enormous muzzle brake. I mean, it really doesn't kick at all. But there is a recoil difference, even if you compared, like, you know, if I had a Savage Axis in the 6.5 Creedmoor to compare with my 270, the 270 is going to kick more. Although it's not a really super substantial amount of kick. I hear people talk about the kick of a 270, and I don't get it. This 270 I use for this video is actually the 270 that I bought for my oldest daughter when she was 12. And she was shooting it with full power loads at 12 years old. And I'm going to flash a video right here. This is actually video of her shooting her first deer at 13 years old with this specific 270 we used in this test at 70 yards offhand. So she's able to handle it at that age, and she's tiny. She's super, super small, even now as an adult. The 270 really isn't anything that most average people shouldn't be able to handle recoil-wise. Maybe if you have some specific issues with recoil, or if you have a shoulder issue or something along those lines, you definitely might want to go with the 6.5 Creedmoor. But the 270 just is better all around. It's definitely capable of better ballistics at long range for just shooting in general, but also has a lot more knockdown power. I know here in Oregon, I know of a lot of people that hunt our big Roosevelt elk that we have here on the west side with the 270, and they do rather well. I've never really had anybody say they had an issue with taking elk down with the 270. So it's a very capable cartridge. I know people have killed elk with the 6.5 Creedmoor. I've seen videos of elk killed with 243, but the 270 is just going to do it better in my opinion. People seem to think that the 6.5 Creedmoor is some kind of magical cartridge that is just capable of really unrealistic things out of that tiny little case that it's loaded in, and it's just not the case. It's just the newest, most popular thing out there, and there's nothing wrong with it. As you can see, I own one, but it's not magic. It's a decent cartridge, but the 270 just is better hands down. I know people have killed moose with 270. I know people have, like I said, killed elk with 270, bighorn rams, basically any big game in North America. I know of people that have killed it with the 270, except for maybe big bears. And when you're hunting prey that might hunt you back, you definitely want to hit them with the heaviest thing you got. I wouldn't go 270 for a big brown bear or something like that. But for a West Coast black bear, 270 is perfectly fine. 270 will take it down without any issue. So the 270 cartridge really is one of my favorites ever made. I have a hard time seeing it being outdone for its size anytime soon. So maybe don't go with the new fad. Stick with the old tried and true 97-year-old 270 Winchester. It really is a fantastic round. So thank you everybody for watching my video. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, hit the subscription button and the bell notification down below. Today is Monday. It's Thanksgiving week. Monday is our morning is our normal upload special, but this week you're getting a bonus. Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning, 6 a.m. Pacific time, I'm going to upload my very first holiday video. And it's going to be massive. We're shooting everything that you would associate with your Thanksgiving dinner. We have what was planned to be one big grand finale, ended up being two big grand finales. It was a lot of fun to shoot. I think it'll be a really fun video for everybody to watch, so make sure you tune in Thursday morning, or maybe Thursday evening after your dinner. Thank you everybody for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.